Gotta slam the door shut and hope and pray a CT isn't around a corner and they're about to cut off every angle. Oh, but the first kill's given over. Is Hades gonna fake it out? No, he's gonna stick it all the way. Hades, he's been given a chance in the clutch. Round the site we go. Is going to connect. Boy, does it get close, though. Jerry charges forward, thinks he can deny the plant. It almost cost his team the round, but Zorte performing so well.
And those 1v3s are a particular strong suit for 9, it feels like, in this series, but denied by the level up of Zorte here in map 2. Guys playing like an absolute beast. But definitely a threat there from Hades, man. Almost pulled that one off. Almost gave him another one. Did great damage on the way out here, but rounds on the board are something that 9 need. Calling in another pause here, chugging on through these attacks, and plenty of tools to go around here for 9, but they gotta start getting some rounds on the board here. Give them some cushion for what is a very strong defensive half for these guys.
Yeah, it's completely different than what just happened against Ecstatic. But that was mostly coming down to just individual duels won. Ecstatic were just so individually on point that they couldn't lose a single fight here. 9 are starting to be outclassed. A double setup awaits a ramp play. This is a great setup with Zorte's op posted so deep. Result up close. You would think this couldn't get better for Force, just though, as Zorte looks away, he walks into Hades off. The timing could not be better, and Jerry misses out a chance. On towards Minio, but Shelfie outside, at least a response, at least a 3-on-3, and rotates on the way. Crad in position, but met with the molly. 9, they're thinking about getting that plant, but Jerry back at the site. No kills converted.
He's complicating this double doors push, though, so Minio and Kyler, they were thinking about double swinging here. Instead, they're going to be forced to cover a couple angles here. Isolated duel.
Minio, first kill the way, but the giant crouch swing there from Crad. Traded out by Shelfie. It's Hades down in dark. The op scopes up. Shelfie's going to have to beat him on an outright peek, and he can't. Hades locks in a clutch for 9 to really hold on to this half. They're going to keep their heads in the game.
Hades with his back against the wall right there. We'll close out this 1v3, or 1v2 rather. Not gonna let this one slip. That one easy for him. As well, you can see the composure from this guy coming on through. Building some of that experience. Now, of course, FORZE going for the forced buy. This is something they've been far too effective with, right? This has been the sort of purchase that has facilitated they're winning the first map here. Jerry aggressive towards lobby, catches Kyler off guard.
I mean, it worked. Goofy there with a double, but another flying MP9 to maybe too much to handle. Almost goes down to his teammate's grenade. But in the meantime,
bomb's still.
Oh my, that's a problem. And Result just,
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Some serious problems here. Shelfie even going up towards T-Roof. Result, he's prepared for the boost. Shelfie is going to take him down. K falls, but Hades readjusts. Result in a bit of a bind here. He's gonna phase the smoke. First kill is there. Minio around the side of the box though, and Result was just simply not prepared. 4th round for 9 by the skin of their teeth.
Oh man, sigh of relief right there for 9. They close it out. That's all that matters at the end of the day as well. How have they finally been able to string these rounds together here? They punish the force buy. That's gonna change completely this half here for them. It's gonna be ecos coming through, maybe a couple upgraded. Oh no, Jerry's full invested right now. This is where the aggression and the force buys, they cost teams big time here. This is a big overextension. They've had good forces in the past, but are they too reliant on past success?
I mean, they put that last round down to a single player. So FORZE are going in with the mentality that if we eco, we give 9 at least 5 rounds. FORZE want to have a dominant half here. So they do all buy down. I mean, again, very close. It came down to some duels outside that just simply didn't go their way. maybe still feeling confident about their wits. Will it pay off?
Our map up here.
Minio. Oh boy. Starts with Minio up top. Shalfie outside. 3 players here. K jumps up though, and Jerry does not connect a headshot in time, but Hades misses a shot for once in his life. And Zorte looking to finish here onto K. 12 HP. And is trying very hard to fall back, but Kyler went down the vents and is backstabbing outside.
That's brutal right there. A little path for Sorte to get out of there, but he stuck around for a little too long. Shelfie is the same here. Going to commit to this angle. Minio, it's a bit of an off angle in the back of big garage. Will he be able to cover it?
Perhaps not prepared. Shalfie.
There's a smoke, but just one.
Onto the angle. Is it good? No, there's still a gap in it. The spam through the smoke, though. Oh, it almost gets 2. Goofy takes a dink. And the big flank outside. Crad is going to confirm. This is going down to the lower site, but rotations are simply not in time. 9 will get a plant. Shalfie's on the move. Up close is Kylar, though. Instant kill out of that. Double out of the Mac 10. 3 on the round. And 9 will beat FORZE's gamble.
Hop is going to be saved at the very least for Crad at the end of the world. But the risky purchase is punished, and like you said here, if you're FORZE, you're gunning for a dominant CT side half. You had that dominance in the early game. You're playing unbelievably well at the scoreline of 8-2 to get you to a good position, but now 9 are getting those cushiony rounds. They're starting to build in a T side that should be able to service a pretty solid defense, right? And it's going to be even further extended here, likely, unless, Crad tossing over that up over to Zorte, you can get some magic happening. I mean, he's had a nice multi-kill before, so it's still going to be a bit of a threat, but 9 happy with the recovery they're making right now. This is key. Shalfie's on 21 kills, though.
I mean, he's hauled his team through the half. He's has some great moves outside. But unfortunately, it hasn't materialized into full-on rounds. Also, just the, ADRs. The same, with almost finding the double kill on the cross into secret. That could have been devastating for the Poles. And it could have been everything for FORZE. They could have really stomped off to a big lead. But this game gets ever closer. Now coming down to a full eco. 9 are going to reel back in this half when they were 8-2 down. Recovery effort is here, and that's what's important. Reconnecting for now here for 9, and that with a comeback of their own.
Listen, if I was a static, and if you're FORZE, you want to be thinking, what would a static do here? Because they 16-3'd him yesterday. Well, I think Makes would call in a sneaky little force by here again.
Again.
But I don't think they're that crazy. I think they'll go ahead and try and save for this last round. And we will actually get a level-headed approach here from FORZE. After a little bit of risky investment.
All right, let's see it. Zorte does pick up the op once again, and he's in position for a squeaky play, but that shot just whizzes by a couple players' shoulders. 3 players down the vents already, and rotations are simply not in time. Good dinks, at least out of what little pistols they have, but damage will not stop the bomb from going down. Round's going to be solidified here from 9, and this op is going to be long gone for the final round of the half.
Just going to want to protect this AWP here for the pistols. Oh, it's a little bit scary there for Minio. Almost caught Zorte off guard. We'll be able to stay alive for now. Again, it's all about just keeping that off in the hands. Boost over towards ramp, long range. Shelfie will keep on tapping away. Gets the job done eventually.
Hey,
his AKs to be retrieved.
No idea where he's getting shot from. Yeah, that could get picked up from Shalfie. Krat, though, I think is not Nope, not gonna go down. He doesn't check both sides of the street there. And meets Crad. So 8-6. Final buy here for FORZE. But 9 with 6 rounds total. 4 in a row right here.
Starting to look good. You can too. If you go and check out Hellcase, use code CCT as well. You can click that banner below. Of course, get a deposit bonus. Do be responsible and do be above the age of 18. And the last gun round here, kick things off. Craig trying to make the vent dive before him, but no, Kyler gets it down instead. And again, this position has been ever so lethal. Kyler's been doing great work, but Zorte also gonna try and beat him.
He's flanking the flanker here. But Zorte with an op feels like it's extremely scary. You have no idea where Kylar is lurking in. But he actually just makes the outright prediction that Kyler made his way in towards Secret. Smokes that off and it's for a little reposition.
He cleared out just about everything now. Just cleared out decon, so now Kyler, his position kind of known over towards Secret. Called over to Shalfie, who's been playing a game right now, 22-7. Kyler's position a little bit less potent with that vent drop here, but still round fizzling out here, ready for that A pop with a little bit of that mini split potential as well.
Well, the opening there wasn't quite for Goofy, but Shalfie falls next in. 2 HP is Crad. Holding on for dear life, will go down to Minio, but still in the open. Result on big rotation, landing big headshots. Quick 2v, now 1v3 for Kylar. He makes his way up heaven. Result prepared. You gotta get your gun out there, buddy, because Result's unlock. 9-6 half out of FORZE.
Yeah, good rotations right there. Very quick to defend. And of course, Zorte had the cutoff if they did try and make the vent drop, which is something teams will oftentimes try and do once they lose a little bit of that extra presence. But Crad finding the opening right there. Zorte cutting off the vent drop eventually. I mean, they had to figure out a way to deal with that effective position from Kylar getting down there every single round. But this fight, man, scrappy as ever. Good work there coming through. Crad to lock it down here once again. Result very quick on rotation.
Yeah, some sharp shooting, honestly, out of Result, but the T side hasn't treated him well here on FORZE. Can get things started. Well, of course, it's Crad in every single pistol round. First kill for him. Entry into the site for Result, the same. And FORZE, are they about to go 4 for 4 on pistols? It's looking pretty darn likely.
Numbers punched in here. And now just now making the move out of heaven, but Result's got himself a good position.
Yeah, with Crad as well for cover. He'll take first contact. Result can hand out the uppercuts. But a great flash, potentially. Result feeling the pressure underneath. But with Hades down, all eyes turn towards heaven. And this is a death sentence for everyone involved. A flawless pistol round out of FORZE. Every single one in this series. And they could march off to a 2-0 if things go right for them.
Winning all 4 pistols is definitely going to help out in their endeavor to try and get those 2-0s rolling. Beautiful work. Definitely going to need to see that impact that Result can come with in this T side. A lot of pressure going to be put on him to find those sort of openings. We've seen him single-handedly take T sides into the palm of his hand. Some of that star power. Double up on the HE for Goofy, though. He's starting this round off, this force buy, off very low on HP.
A force buy investment for 9 honestly carries a lot of risk with it, but I think the most potent part of it is actually just Hades Scout. Normally, you see it just an Opera Picket just because, you know, it is a scoped weapon, but he actually is truly lethal with it. As they move towards outside, they will give it a test. He is the only scoped rifle in the server right now. Honestly, he has the most powerful weapon, and he lands a tag with it to begin.
He's so efficient with that gun there. Spotting one out towards Mini's nice. Goofy down low. Flash
Okay.
through, but they jump down in action here. Kylar diving into it.
I can't believe it. He comes away with a double kill, straight smoke spam. Trying to shuffle out the weapons in the meantime. K outside. Crad down low. Oh, he's so paranoid. He has to turn the flash. He eats it instead. Crad somehow still fighting for his life outside. In the meantime, Hades, his scout, comes away with more blood, more tags. He's hit 3 players in this round. And I'd be terrified if I'm FORZE. Making their way through, though. Crad gets so much patience there. Collects, but Kylar, his 3rd kill. Looking for the last, but no. Zorte will deny. It puts Minio into the clutch and up in heaven. Is he going to try and deny the play? It's possible. He's got it, but he can't escape Crad. Nick of time there for FORZE as they hold on to the force buy.
Oh my god, the roller coaster of emotions right there. And that round. Getting clawed back, though, by FORZE. Scrappy as ever, but the fight's eventually consumed. Kylar forced into the action by the molly, diving into it. Somehow lands those headshots. We'll see how Crad found this one. Wow. Just as he was making his move away, he's going to close out that one. Then that's extreme patience on display right there. 3 on 4, and they just hold things down with 25 seconds, losing their HP. Finally deal with Hades. Finally deal with the player out of yard. And it slips from Nine's fingertips.
That has got to be a pretty frustrating round as well, considering how it started. It's more the fashion that they lost. It's the patience that paid there. On for FORZE, specifically Crad waiting inside of T spawn. When K is hoping that he's left the serve, well, he's left back in towards lobby, and he's pushing with his teammates in the gay site, and it works.
I'm going to be joining down in towards this lower bomb site here. The pack ready to go on defense. Moving into this action here. It's just pistols, though. Should be able to get too much done. Shelfie really putting in some work there.
Yeah.
A little bit of elbow grease. We'll get that done. And right now has 28 kills. Those ones ecos, but majority of the others impactful, and he will close things out.
Overall ADR in this game for Shelfie is also immense. Ended the half with over 130.
Wow.
To his name. Speaks dividends to a player who's really been struggling this tournament for FORZE. This is a step-up performance on a map that most are considering that they are just completely out of.
Yeah, FORZE putting in incredible work right now. I was definitely in that boat, right? Counting them out of this one. I thought we were going to a third once Ancient got closed out. Nuke, it's a strong pick for 9, and we've seen the struggles recently, but Shelfie's decided he wants to close this one out cleanly.
Crad.
Hey, though, getting wild in this move.
But almost takes down Hades. Surely this is where K makes his move, though. Strikes. And Crad will drop a molly at his feet before he goes down. But that's all. Ramp take in order, and it's excellent. Entries out of Jerry, and only the leg shot for Hades. Ramp control very much gained here for FORZE. And dropping down to the lower site, it's K on the hold. But no one's going to test him towards control just yet. They are going to scale up the site and maybe guarantee a plant. Only denial here is Goofy from the single door. That's opening from control. It's an easy kill onto Zorte. K looking for the next with the final bullets in his mag. A multi-kill needed here for 9 to kickstart things in the half.
A huge blind spot here, but Shelfie's still in the round right now. Looking eager for his 30th kill. We'll deal with K. 30 seconds left here. There's still more support on this lower bomb site, though, for this CT side. Look at this map, though. Threatening from Shelfie. Peeks with his molly out. Goofy still maintaining some confidence, even going up against Shelfie, the powerhouse.
And the P2K finishes it off. Big multi-kill there from K. That delivers. Opening pick here from him. And then he makes his way down to the lower site. To the first line of defense. The first point of offense here. And all over the play, delivering impact here for 9.
Massive pullback. A little bit of a blind spot there coming through from Side of FORZE, not covering control when the bomb is going down, right? Key details here that need to be nailed down aren't fully being capitalized upon. Of course, though, FORZE, when you start to question whether or not they buy or if they go for the save, well, you already know the answer. As soon as you have to consider here, it's going to be an investment deagle in the hands of Zorte, who can be precise, a bit of a surge even with that weapon. But Shelfie as well, given and entrusted the AK here, which I think is key.
Of course, 30 kills for him. Absolutely feeling it. Looking to steal this one away from 9. Money still bottomed out for this squad. A loss here could be devastating. Early control looking good though. Crad gonna make his outside move, but it seems a little prediction play out of K. Gap in the smoke. Crad inspecting pieces of it. Doesn't quite spot out the legs of K, however. So players will go on by, but he's walking into AWP of Hades, and that's him just done, dusted, over with. And Jerry even falls next inside of Hut. Things start off great for 9.
Both lurks taken down here, so the pack right now left to pick up the pieces here and result Shelfie and Zorte. Not a pretty look right now.
Like, no one is even aware of Heaven presence. Only now does K turn his attention that direction.
Gonna make the crawl back up towards Heaven.
Oh, Goofy. His push-up secret, though.
Ooh,
He gets
Zorte
destroyed. I mean, Zorte just one-digs him, sure.
See alarm bells, though. Now they know that there's a lot of presence in Heaven. Will they be able to deal with these 3?
Yeah, Kylar and K have a really good crossfire in front of them. And no utility here for FORZE to make it happen. They're going to wait for Zorte to get in position, though, from Mini. Add an extra element to this play. It could just work out. Kylar, attention focus. Resol swings out and wins the initial fight. Now K is trapped in the corner. It is the A side opened up for FORZE. And Hades can only pray that he makes it up the vent here. Zorte on coverage. What can you do?
Never a good look when your best move is trying to snake your way up the vents. Shelfie has coverage in an off angle as well for the cross. He'll contain this. Both players coming through in vision of Shelfie.
Oh man, and back turn handed to Shelfie. 32 kills. Minyo swinging forward, looks away at the worst possible moment, and Shelfie makes a 3K out of it. And FORZE will steal a 3v5 away.
Shelfie's done it again, man. In these situations, he's able to step up. I don't know if 9's going to be able to deal with this player right now. Look at this, the way this round starts off here. Both lurks taken down. Jerry and Crad out of things. And they still manage to recover. Zorte, unbelievable opportunity right there given to him. Putting things into the 3v4. Shelfie with backs turned. Late in the round, though. Massive impact. And 9 collapsed to the pressure right now. Scrappy purchase called out from 9 now. 3 MP9s. Hades, of course, entrusted with that AWP. Kyler strong on the rifle as well, but they're running out of chances here.
That is an incredible round. 11 multi-kills this game. 6 openers. Shelfie is just going superstar on this map. From having an Ancient where he was losing straight head-to-heads, this map, he is everywhere. It's not crazy frags, you know, it's not wild headshots, first bullets, all that jazz. It's good positioning. It's smart Counter-Strike out of him. That's getting him these rounds. He's in the positions to frag. Now, this one's a little awkward. Those outside smokes not landing properly here for Crad. So, a little hiccup in the early round for FORZE. Jerry.
I was even more concerned here. Jerry, yeah. Progressing forward in the hut. Applying some pressure here. K is well in the off angle, covering down towards Secret. A lot of their bases covered right now. Even reinforcing this A bomb site here if it is the end goal. Oh, they're going to regress here, I believe. And towards the hut. Start to press the issue.
45-second mark, though. Kylar mollied out into the open. Coordination is excellent here from FORZE, but Goofy comes together with a double. Hades and K deliver, and it's just the bomb getting backstabbed in lobby. And in the span of 5 seconds, everything goes wrong for FORZE.
That's a perfect aggression right there from Goofy. I mean, so much impact out of him. Pushing in towards hut, finding himself a multi-kill. If they start to get pressed from that angle in towards hut, the impact wouldn't have come through from some of the other individuals. Attention would have had to been turned, but Goofy pressing the issue perfectly here. FORZE, of course, calling in another timeout as they get close to running out of those. And this is a position here where you're going to call in an investment very likely. If you're FORZE, it seems like that's been a trend with some of the aggressive investments, but we'll see what they go for. Getting that utility down, first things first. It's rounds like these where you need to have a really clever upper pop to get the job done, bail you out of some tough situations. We'll see where they head.
Nine looking to mount the comeback. Trying to beat Shelfie's 34 kills in regulation, and we still have so many more rounds of play. I mean, we don't know what we could witness. What will it take for FORZE to win this? Well, Krat just swings wide outside and bypasses the angle, but Hades is still prepared for it. In the meantime, the ramp play. Spray there from Minio, though, doesn't convert a kill, and so they are in. Goofy only the first rotation from the dark side.
Smoke for single door as well, doubled up.
Oh, and Jerry!
Control Jerry, aggressing forward as well, is going to land a nasty headshot, but things are starting to get recovered.
Yeah, Kylar drops down and takes down the Titan. So, a bomb plant, sure, but this is not meant to be. 20 HP. Here for Result. He'll walk back around the single doors, but I think he's just planning to hold onto his armor here, and the defuse will roll on through.
As well. You can go and grab that. So I'll find some weaponry here as well. Maybe toss that over to a teammate. Good bomb plant, but no conversions. A little bit scary at the start. Once they start taking that control of Decon, they find that first kill from Cherry, right? But it is kept contained. 9. Looking likely that they grab themselves double digits here. Shotgun the armor. P250. I mean, again, they've invested quite a bit here. Still looking to threat in this round.
They do need a bomb plant, though, in order to get a purchase for the next. And outside control is not looking good early on, except for Krad. A perfect spray, and K's out of ammo. He's down to a USP to hold on to this round. And Krad can isolate where he's playing from. He can spot the top of his cap. Krad. Ooh, he's running out of ammo, though, and K is going to get it on the USP. But in the meantime, lower play in order, but Shelfie converts with the P250. Minio, bomb plant, behind the silo, so no connections there. Shelfie making things do with the P250, a triple kill on the half buy, and this could be curtains for 9. Minio, half HP here. Shelfie approaching 40 in regulation. And he's going to hand his back to him. Shelfie playing the timing so perfect until 4K and 38 kills for him.
How much can one man do right now in this map? That is unbelievable with the P250 and armor to back it up. He finds everything in this round. 4 kills from him. He's just destroying players with rifles swinging him. No head Kevlar. No trades from 9. And Shelfie's done it once more. He is so close to 40.
That is ludicrous. That is something that shouldn't ever be happening. But Shelfie, I was talking about, oh yeah, this is great positioning. He's not really fragging his way out of situations. That is the individual level stepping up. That is him taking 38 kills. He is approaching 40 here in regulation. An unbelievable amount of multi-kills that I can't even count so far. Undefeated on the opening duel. Everything working for him. And FORZE on the brink of a 2-0 and a grand final appearance.
Round like this could be the dagger as well. They've went all in. Have 9. Round absolutely necessary as Kyler just narrowly avoiding the spam from Jerry. But this advanced positioning inside the hut with the MP9s, it's cost them the 4 here. A lot more emphasis towards this outer yard though as well. And Hades is still winning. He's still finding these shots. He's still covering towards this outer yard.
Kylar advancing forward. Result prepared for the aggression. And Jerry playing further back, keeping them at arm's length here. Jerry, another result cleans up. We're looking at series point here, where 9 are fighting for their lives.
The whole team of Hades falls right in front of his eyes here. Zorte looking eager to deny this save. I mean, I can imagine the whole team is hunting down the superstar here of 9. He's going to fight his way out of this situation. Oh, boy. Can't go too early here. You got to make sure that bomb ticks down a little bit further here.
Oh, the Shelfie.
A star in his own right now.
Pushing forward, off angle, held, but readjustment there. Out of Hades, Shelfie KO'd. Will 40 have to wait another day? Maybe not. We'll see. 15-9. Series point. 6 of them to work with here for FORZE. 38 kills for Shelfie. I wonder what the online kill record is in regulation.
I mean, it is, if he closes this one out, only 26 rounds or 25 rounds total, so
yeah,
that would make it all the more impressive. It's not a 30-round game, and he's doing this. Just truly stunning. It is only pistols to keep 9 in this one. Can they make some magic happen for their life here in the CCT Online Finals?
No op held on there from Hades. So here we go. Potentially 9's last round in this tournament. They made the whole lower bracket run, but couldn't beat the final hurdle. And nothing spotted there from Hades. No shots ring out. Players cross into secret. But also there are rotations. There is a double setup in play. But that setup is going to advance. That setup wants to push forward, and, well, with Hades down, maybe this could be a death sentence. Crad holding the elevated angle. It's going to have to take something mad. It's a trade out of Goofy. Risolto and Jerry are looking to lock it in. And while 40 might not be on Shelfie's tally, a grand final will be for FORZE.
An incredible performance here. A map that not a lot of people were giving him credit for. I wasn't giving them credit for. I didn't think that FORZE were going to be able to do it here on Nuke versus 9 after the recent struggles here. But they finally get over what has been a curse recently in this event and other events as well. And closing out on Nuke here. And Shelfie, he has to drop 38 frags in total to get there. But man, what a relief it is that he has done so, because it's put them on to the grand finals here, taking on a static, getting a chance at revenge.
Oh, our little analyst doubters. Yumi is laughing to the bank right now with his FORZE 2-0 prediction. Who would have thought he predicted a Shelfie 38 kill game? An undefeated 6-0 on openers, 12 multi-kills. I can read off all the stats, but I don't think anything will tell you visually what those rounds meant to 9. We're going to go ahead and bring it to those analysts and give their thoughts about what just happened here. FORZE dominate 9.
My, oh my, Shelfie, that is monstrous. From dropping a little bit of a, not a disaster class, but an underperformance, let's call it, over towards Ancient, comes in towards Nuke, and nearly drops 40 kills. And honestly, a few more rounds in regulation, and he absolutely would have got there. It's time. I see you shaking your head, brother. Give me your thoughts. What a second map. FORZE destroyed them.
Well, for one thing, Michael's going to be gloating all the way to the bank, and I'm not looking forward to that one. But I will just preface this as saying FORZE destroyed them. You say that, but I feel like in map 1, it's Krad who destroyed them. In map 2, it's Shalfie who destroyed them. In order for FORZE to win this 2-0, might I remind everyone, they had to have 2 players in different maps having 35+ kill games, right? That is a tall order for anyone.
They had to go above expectations for any of their respective roles. Like that honestly, that is one of the single-handed like best performances I've seen out of Shalfie probably on this map on CT side. The only other time I think is comparable is when he was like standing in with Into the Breach in some UK qualifier a long time ago, where he was honestly just hard carrying them, and it really felt like there was nothing that Shalfie could do wrong. And we started to see more of that towards the tail end of regulation on that T side, where he had that one round where he just commanded and got commanded space, got 4 kills as well, and just it felt like this man couldn't miss even if he was on low buys.
Yeah, he was unstoppable, and we've spoken about positives. I think FORZE, that's a statement coming into the grand final. But let's hone in a little bit on the negatives. 9 T time, brother. What happened? They fell apart. I think that start, that T side wasn't really as adequate as we would have hoped from them. It wasn't really as conclusive, and the CT side, we just never really saw it get started. What do you think went wrong?
Look, there's 2 ways of looking at this, right? One is that when a player enters God mode, then there is very little that you can do to actually go opposed to that, sure. But the other way of looking at it is that the players that we hold as the solid pillars are, probably Goofy in particular comes to my mind, and Goofy and Kai come into my mind, especially Goofy. More than anything else, 9 does live and die off of his success very often, and yes, sometimes he can go missing, but he doesn't necessarily go missing in so many crucial situations where there's also other players going God mode at the same time, right? Because that's where the system of 9 makes it so his utility is still very good, he's still able to give information out, he's still able to distract and everything. But when all of outside is cordoned off like that, and Goofy's not performing so well, and at the same time Kai's not having a great game, right? It really felt like Hades was their only win condition. And honorable mention to Kyler, don't get me wrong, but every time I saw in that first half they looked like they were going to win around, it was because Hades was in like a 1-on-1 plus that he just ended up losing.
I'm going to propose the same thing coming over towards you, but before we get in towards that, we have to look at our player of the match, and I don't think it's really any surprise to us, Yumi, right? Off the back of dropping nearly 40 kills in regulation, Shalfie walks away with the player of the match with his 57 kills, 39 deaths, a rating of 76.3, 93 ADR. Man, that was an astonishing second map.
Yeah, I mean, he was somewhat of an important piece on Ancient, and this time he was the most important piece here on Nuke. I mean, just basically stop them from getting any sort of territory towards outside, and I think that some of that is preparation as well from FORZE. Sometimes we see teams when they go into CT sides, they don't throw all the Molotovs to disrupt the wall of smokes. It's kind of hard for them to gauge what the timings are going to be. You're really, when you see teams do that, that's because they've read into how you like to start your sort of early round procedures, and it felt like FORZE came in with that preparation. It just felt like we didn't have an extra level or an extra game plan from 9 when that didn't work out. When outside was off limits, like you were saying, T-Time, it was just suddenly there didn't feel like there was much gravity to the starts from the 9 side.
I know you. I'm going to come back to you as well just now, because you must be feeling pretty good, man. You predicted FORZE coming in. You had the confidence in Jerry and the boys. You rallied around the troops. You're walking away with a 2-0 and a confident one as that off the back of taking Nuke as well. Now we look towards a grand final where FORZE, they've already had a game today. They're feeling warmed up. They're feeling very confident, taking on a very impressive side who were just at the majors around the corner, right? For you, is that confidence now? How does it feel to kind of bask in the glory?
I think, as much as I would love to say, like, I knew it all along, this was all great, this is not the manner I expected FORZE to win the games. To have Krad step up in big moments, to have Shalfie just be so consistent throughout that entire Nuke performance. This is not what I would praise Jerry for in traditional FORZE outings. The big thing about him is always that he's been allowed to elevate younger players to a point that is kind of out of their reach or out of their experience level. Hones those mechanics,